Welcome to the Newly Coherent Podcast. I'm Ed, and sitting over there, his beard so bushy and black, it looks like it's like a black hole that just absorbs you and just surrounds you with love. is my buddy Jeff. Jeff, how the hell are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad you mentioned my beard. My beard is freshly washed and conditioned and oiled back up.
It looks extra luxurious. What's going on? Any special occasion? Were things going crazy?
Yes. Very special occasion.
What happened?
My daughter decided to vomit profusely while I was holding her. Funny thing about this beard, as it has gotten longer, it catches a lot of my food that misses my mouth. It also catches a lot of the vomit that spews forth from my 2-year-old daughter's mouth.
Okay, yeah.
So, yes, it is rich and luxurious and now vomit-free and no longer smells like sour milk.
Good. That's the dream, really. If you can have a beard that doesn't smell like baby puke, amazing. That's what the chef's kiss emoji was made for.
That is exactly what it is. So let me give this to you real quick. I'll set you up with this story. We're eating dinner. Yeah, the baby's a little cranky, this and that. So finally, I'm done. We do all our cleaning up. Everybody has like a role except for the baby. She just sits there.
Lazy sack of shit.
Yeah, so I was done with my stuff first. So I pick up the baby. And as soon as I pick her up, she like really kind of like snuggles up on me, which she doesn't always do. Like she usually wants to get down and play. So I sit down on the couch. I'm on the couch for about 5 seconds. And she looks at me and does this burp. And I'm like, that's not a regular burp. This is fucked. And a half a second later, just starts vomiting. And I don't know what to do. So now I'm sitting on the couch. I can't get up. I can't move.
No.
So now I hold her a little bit closer to me. I tuck my arms in and just kind of like create a bowl out of her body and my belly and everything just to catch all the vomit.
The old vomit bowl.
No. And so now it's, literally, like probably the bottom like 3 inches of my beard are just covered in puke. I call out to my wife. I didn't know what to do. By the way, I'm going to be terrible in any sort of life or death situation because all I did as the man of the house was go, help. That's all I did. I didn't know what the fuck to do.
That means you're just a liberated man who doesn't believe in traditional gender roles. That's fine.
Yeah, well, whatever. It was terrible. I was real damsel in distress with this one. So my wife comes over. She's like, all right. She takes the baby who just finished puking. She takes the baby, goes to the bed. Now I like fold my shirt up again, like the bowl, trying to contain the vomit. And I don't know what to do with the shirt. And all I see and feel is my beard covered in it. And I can smell it. And so now I, of course, start to heave. And I'm like, I'm going to stop. I didn't puke. I held it together.
Attaboy.
This was not my proudest moment as a dad, but I did keep the couch clean.
You know what? A win's a win. So you run with that.
This is one of the benefits to being 3 feet wide is that there's a lot of canvas.
There is.
And my shirts are the size of drop cloths. So it was easy to catch everything. So that's why my beard looks like this, because I was covered in puke.
You know what? A baby puke conditioner. It sounds disgusting.
Doesn't sound. It is, in fact, disgusting.
It works, though. It did wonders for you, though.
Does. It helped hide the gray a little.
That's helpful. Nothing does that for me. It's horrible. Can your baby puke on my face to get rid of my grays?
I'm sure she could, which would also be just I think a win-win for me as well, because I'd love to see that. Make sure your mouth is closed, though.
That's true. And that doesn't very frequently happen because I'm constantly talking.
I'll tell you when I'll tell you about when it's coming.
Helpful.
And then I used my Viking beard wash. I don't remember what brand. I love the brand names of all the beard washes and stuff. It's always like, Thor's Hammer beard wash, or what's the thing from Ackerman? Odin's Raven.
The old Loki scrote mustache wax.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
So I'm glad you got that handled.
I did.
What else is going on?
Okay, so I made time to watch a movie. And I will tell you this, normally we talk about more popcorn and soda blockbuster movie type of fare. This is not that, sir.
I do want to point out we do occasionally talk about much more intellectual things like The Fast and the Furious. But sure, okay, what if you didn't see a blockbuster, which is what I was pretty sure you were only capable of seeing at this point, what did you see?
So a movie that I am certain that you're familiar with, and I will, when I tell you which movie it is, I'll allow you to explain why you're familiar with it. But I saw is dramedy a word?
It is.
But I saw a great movie called Standing Up, Falling Down.
I am familiar with that.
And you are familiar with
yes.
that.
So to give a little bit of background, the writer of Standing Up, Falling Down is a gentleman by the name of Peter Hoare, who also happens to be my cousin. And you know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. My favorite cousin. All the other cousins know. All the other cousins know where they stand.
Well, hey.
He's number one.
Can I just real quick?
Please don't ask me to list them all in order.
No. Could you? Yeah. Could you, did you hear about Justin Bieber doing that to his wife's friends? That's not important. This is more important. Your cousin, interesting name, Peter Hoare, spelled with
Hoare. But to be fair, much like his cousin that is talking right now, he's also a Whore.
Okay. All right. There you go. I was kind of hoping that it might, be spelled the other way, but that's okay. As long as it's on the inside, that's where it counts.
I think when he started up a production company, it was called Whorehouse Productions.
Love it.
And I was so mad when that didn't come up on the beginning of the movie. I was like,
oh my God, that would have been so good.
It's legitimately the best
genius
name in the world. I love it.
But I forgive him because I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Now, he's not my cousin. I actually have a few connections to him, even though, him and I we're acquaintances. Yeah, we've met him a handful of times. I could pick it. If I walked past him, I would know who he is. But I don't feel swayed to give him a positive review. I could just as well say nothing.
Right, which I should also point out, he is my cousin and he is my favorite cousin. But he has worked on a variety of things. And if I didn't like those things, I have not brought them up.
Well, there you go.
Let's take, for instance, Kevin Can Wait. That show sucked
God.
hard. And it wasn't his work. It was everything about Kevin should have waited a little longer.
Yeah, Kevin should have waited in the garage and not made a fucking TV show because he sucks.
Yeah, he's the worst. But I never brought that up before, I believe. And so you know that if I'm not here just to blindly whore out for him, as it were.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't think he needs our vast reach either.
I'll tell you this much. I believe he, like me, would simply love having more people talking about things. I don't care how it goes. I don't care what sort of information it is. I want people having me living rent-free in their brain. So if we can help with that at all, I have now taken care of Christmas next year.
Well, there you go. And do me a favor, when you give him the card that tells him what we did, just sign it from Ed and Jeff.
Of course. Come on.
You can write my name little, obviously second, write it at the bottom, P.S.
It would be a second level, but it would be equal size. So,
okay.
Don't worry.
Either way, that works for me. No, but I brought this, I wanted to bring this up. Matter of fact, you and I talked about you talked about the movie briefly, and I don't think we were recording. I think this was just in a conversation maybe last year.
It premiered at Tribeca last year, and I went to go see it. It actually premiered the same weekend as Avengers Endgame. So it was...
yes, which is why I forgot about it the first time. Sorry, Pete.
2 movies back to back that involve Howard the Duck. So that was already a great weekend for me.
Yes, serious. Great weekend for Howard, too.
Yeah, he's getting the love he deserves. And the only reason I didn't bring it up beforehand, and I saw it, I loved it, but it wasn't widely available. So I didn't want to hey, check out this movie that you probably can't see. Now, as of last Friday, it is available in wide release on all the video on demands and wherever you can buy your digital movie goods. It's all over the place. So now is the time to talk about it.
Yeah, and I would love to if you don't mind. I've watched it. So it came out on, I bought it on iTunes. I bought it on the 21st on Friday. I've actually watched it twice.
Wow.
I very rarely watch a movie multiple times. That's not one of our aforementioned Marvel movies or a select few Apatow, Will Ferrell, or Coming to America or Juwanna Mann.
Of course. You didn't even have to say it. The Juwanna Mann standard is a well-known fact, and if we had a Wikipedia page, would be on it.
Yeah, much like TV shows, I just cycle through the same shit over and over again. This is a movie that I've already seen twice, and I would definitely watch again. I really did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So he did have a bit of a head start, though. He had a bit of a head start because two of my favorite actors are in this.
Yes.
They are the two biggest names in the movie. Well, there are some other recognizable folks.
Yeah.
But they're definitely the two main characters and the two biggest names in the film. But the first one is Ben Schwartz.
Yep.
For those who don't know, shame on you if you don't already know him.
Stop listening.
Yeah, he's the genius behind Jean-Ralphio Saperstein from Parks and Recreation.
Yep. Also on House of Lies with Don Cheadle and Kristen Bell, which was a phenomenal show. The entire reason I had Showtime for a very long time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? I forgot that he was on that. He's actually the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, too.
And I think Donatello, and I know it's one of the three cousins. I'm going to say Dewey. I could be wrong. On DuckTales.
Right. On the new DuckTales, obviously, because he was a child when the first one came out.
Correct.
So it's got him. And it's also got, now I'm going to say this. This is a guy that I feel should be ranked, not necessarily as far as roles or talent, but as far as being loved and adored. He should be up in the tier below Tom Hanks. I don't know if he is.
I wouldn't necessarily put him in the tier below Tom Hanks, but like 2 tiers below Tom Hanks, I could definitely buy.
See, I don't, all right. So anyway, his name, by the way, Billy Crystal, who I don't know if we need to go through. I mean, he was the voice of Mike Wazowski, and he's hilarious, and he's been around for 100 fucking years. Yep. He's awesome. Oh, and a Long Island guy, right? I think Long Beach he grew up in, or somewhere.
Long Beach or Massapequa. I forget which.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I get confused. I'm pretty sure it was Long Beach because I think there was like a dozen articles about a native son coming home to record to tape a movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely, it's not Massapequa because the Baldwins are Massapequa.
Shoot a movie. That's what I was trying to think of.
What did you say?
I don't know. I had a whole bunch of other verbs that fit but don't quite fit.
Oh, okay. Listen, buddy, don't be too hard on yourself. I didn't even notice that you stumbled.
I love you for it.
Come on, man. You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
So, man, I forget it. Off the rails right now. Yeah. I don't even remember what the name of this movie we were talking about is.
Juwanna Mann.
That's right. Juwanna Mann. You know what? You probably, if you pushed that a little bit, you probably could have sidetracked me enough to just start talking about Juwanna Mann. I
got to be honest with you. I'd push you right back because I've never seen Juwanna Mann and I've seen this movie a bunch of times.
Yeah. Okay. So he had a leg up. He's from the same area that we're from. I know people that know him. So it all like came together where I was like heading into this optimistically. And I thankfully was not disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what? This is weird. No, this isn't weird. This shouldn't be weird because of all the things that I just mentioned. I almost feel like the movie was written for me.
It actually was. He called me. I was like, do you think Jeff would like a movie written for him? I was like, yeah.
He's like, hold on a second. I got some rewrites. Got to make sure this is okay with Jeff. But no, what would it be? It's just, the movie just spoke to me so much.
It is a phenomenal movie. There are some things about it that irritate the shit out of me. And I'm going to say the one thing that irritates the shit out of me because I only noticed it tonight and now it's not leaving my brain.
Okay.
So as Ben Schwartz's character is driving, it opens with him leaving Los Angeles, coming back to Long Island. And he's driving through different areas on Long Island. And I know this is super inside Long Island only baseball, but I'm going to go on to it anyway. He's driving and he drives past Governor's Comedy Club. And he's driving past it, and it's over his left shoulder. So he's in the driver's seat. It is to his left. Governor's Comedy Club, which is in Levittown, is, if you're going with it to being on your left, you are going to the end of a parking lot. There's nowhere to go.
Hold on, good sir. Now, I'm going to say, Don't get angry.
Go ahead.
I'm going to challenge you here.
Go ahead.
But I will also tell you, I'm not 100% sure. I thought that was the brokerage.
No, it was Governor's. It's red. Brokerage is in my town.
Yes.
And that's still also too far. If you're coming from the west, you would have to pass Long Beach, which is where he's going, to go to either of these places.
Yes. No, you're right. Geographically, you're right.
Yeah. But it was definitely Governor's because he goes back to Governor's later to do a set.
That I know.
And he looks at it. So that's a little bit of, foreshadowing of what's going to happen. But he's going towards a dead end or Tri-County Flea Market, which is the greatest place on earth. And I could definitely see, honestly, if there was a cut scene of him just going nuts in Tri-County, I would love it. I only go to Tri-County Flea Market under two conditions. One, I'm drunk. Two, I'm at a wake at the funeral home that's by there. And sometimes a combination of the two.
Yeah, I only go there if I need to buy pickles. Tri-County's got
They do have a great pickle place.
No innuendo. I genuinely mean pickled cucumber.
Also, tons of dick.
Yeah.
But I don't want people not knowing what's there.
No, I hear you.
So that was literally the only part of this movie that made me be like, now it's going to be stuck in my head forever. What the hell?
I blame the director for that.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, that's not on Pete.
Pete, you're off the hook there. So this was, you know what? I guess it's hard. I don't want to spoil parts of the movie. I just want to, and I think especially if you're from, you know what? It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
If you're from where we're from and have gone drinking in Long Beach, there are some real good little cues there. I mean, they go to a place called Whale's Tail, which I have spent many an evening making many bad choices. That bar I love. There's a lot of little nods to places that are cool, but you don't need to know them.
Right.
And it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, so that is good. And the few reviews I saw that weren't good were written by schmucks.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I would say, and I think if you've gotten to this episode of the podcast that you kind of like us,
yeah,
I think it's pretty safe to say that you'll like this movie. I mean, again, I think when I first started describing it, I used the word dramedy.
Yeah.
Which it is. Mm-hmm. It is, but definitely has both of those aspects to it.
Yeah. It's a very well done movie.
Yeah.
I will never say it to his face because I don't want his ego to inflate that much.
Okay. Fair enough.
But...
but you write a movie and fucking Billy Crystal and Ben Schwartz are in it. And listen, I don't mean to put Ben Schwartz and Billy Crystal. I mean, Billy Crystal's a legend. Mm. Schwartz will be. He's not yet. Let's be honest. Yeah. As much as I love him. But you write a movie and Billy Crystal's in it. You would not be able to fucking talk to me ever. I would, people from high school would come up to me like, hey, John, I'm like, I don't know you.
Did you hear about his next movie? I think it's the next one he's doing, although I've seen 2 or 3 that are in pre-production.
I didn't.
This is the one I'm super excited about. It's called Down Undercover. It is essentially the story of the Australian strip troupe. There's robberies that are going on wherever they are, so somebody has to infiltrate them. And playing the detective who's going to infiltrate that stripper group is Chris Hemsworth.
What?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, and I don't remember what Tiffany Haddish is doing it, but she's the other star name.
Well, hold on. I'm sorry. Let's not gloss over. Why don't you just remind people who Chris Hemsworth is?
That's Thor, homies.
It's fucking Thor, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's real. A movie that he wrote is going to have fucking Thor in it.
Yeah, and I've already told him that if he doesn't somehow get me, I don't care where I have to travel. I don't care what I have to pay. If he doesn't get me on set, I'm going to cry openly at our next family event. And he doesn't want that. I'm adorable. Everyone will take my side.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want that.
Come on.
I was going to say, and when you tell everyone why.
He didn't let me meet Thor. Why?
Yeah.
I'd let you meet Macho Man Randy Savage if he was alive and meeting me.
I'm going to show up at your family gathering and be like, we fucked up, Pete. This is not cool what you did, man. Fucking Thor we're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, I know that I sound like I'm really fanboying right now, and I don't mean to. I just genuinely liked this movie, and I'll have the opportunity where the person who created it will most likely hear my thoughts, so I would let him know how much I liked it and how good of a job he did.
Can I ask you what could very well be a difficult question?
Okay.
Where does it fall in the Juwanna Man standard?
Oh, geez. Oof, you're really shooting for it.
I don't know of any other movie like this that I could ask you that question knowing that you sat through multiple viewings. That is not a Marvel movie.
So I will tell you, this is a better movie than Juwanna Mann.
Wow.
Yes, this is a better movie than Juwanna Mann. Serves a very different purpose, but this is without a doubt a better movie than Juwanna Mann.
Folks, let me be very clear right now. That is the highest endorsement you could possibly hope for a movie.
I don't talk that nicely about my kids.
He does not. You should have heard him in the opening when he was talking about his baby puking. If I asked him what that was compared to Juwanna Mann, I'll tell you this much. Juwanna Mann wins every time.
Yeah, that's the opposite of Juwanna Mann, by the way.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm sure Pete will be happy to hear that in your eyes he's beaten Juwanna Mann.
Yeah, he did his thing there for sure.
It's good stuff. So, hey, you want to talk about some weird shit real quick? Some a little creepy?
Yes.
So this happened a while ago, but I don't think we ever talked about it. So I wanted to bring it up. You know how a lot of people just mindlessly use their phones? And like every time that they're just standing there, they just pick them up and like, dar, what?
Yeah, like me?
Yeah, like we do. Usually when one is talking, the other one's just playing on their phone. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm playing on my phone right now.
It's true. There is a gentleman named Mark Tessier, I believe is how you pronounce that, at Telecom Paris, who developed a phone case that, what's the best way to put it? It feels like human skin.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like you put your phone in a meat brick and then
it feels like human skin?
Yeah, it feels like skin and it can react to every stroke, poke, and tickle, much like skin does.
That's weird.
And could work for several applications that are all non-kinky and many applications that I assure you are hella kinky.
Are definitely kinky.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gross.
Yeah.
That's gross, right?
It's so gross. It looks like a monster. I hate it.
All right. Well, where can people find this so that they know where to go and look? Because this is something that they're going to have to see, right?
Yeah. The article that I found on Gizmodo is not loading the images for me. So I am going to find, here we go. I will link to it in the episode description.
Okay.
I'm going to link to it as a happy fun time phone case as to not spoil the horror of what you're going to hear. And if you click it beforehand, you're going to think we're real freak shows.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean, yeah, you already think that.
Yeah. If you've listened to more than 2 episodes of this, you know that we're weirdos.
Yeah. How much is it?
I do not know that it is available for sale.
Oh, okay. I projected how much do you think it would be?
I don't even know that it's going to be a real product.
Oh, Kickstarter. Come on.
They could definitely kickstart this 10 minutes, tops. There is an open source hardware kit you can buy that is not on this thing. Here we go. Skin on interface. Oh, God, this thing looks so gross.
So what is this? An open source hardware kit would provide you with the material and the blueprint?
I guess so, yeah. It's so gnarly. I am looking at it right now and almost throwing up. I'm going to send you a link real quick because I feel like you need to see this.
Yeah, it's weird. This is like one of those, it's like a car crash. Like I know it's going to be gross, but I want to, I kind of want to fucking order this thing. Oh, I don't.
It looks like you're holding a bar of soap that is also made of human flesh. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. This looks horrible.
Yeah. And it's not like the right, it looks like a cadaver. It doesn't have the same hue as a living slab of meat, which is appropriate because if it was living, that would be really creepy.
You know how when you see a creepy person and you kind of make that joke about them turning you into a lampshade or something like this?
Yeah, we've all spoken to Dave.
Yeah. So this is a phone case. This is the
Dave of phone cases.
This is the Dave of phone cases.
Wow. That is insulting to this phone case.
Kind of human, thoroughly disgusting. Nobody wants it.
Touching it leads to some weird shit you do not want to have happen.
Exactly. This is the Dave of phone cases.
Wow. You just cracked that one.
There we go.
Oof, good God. So yeah, look for that link in the episode description, folks. You'll have a good time with that and possibly vomit just as much as Jeff's baby.
Yeah. Oh, yuck.
So you got anything else for me there, bud?
No, man. This one really threw me. I don't even remember what else I wanted to talk about.
I do like that we had a pukin meat bread around a loving review sandwich. I feel like that's the most on-brand thing we could have possibly done.
That's true. Yeah, I hope people hear the review.
They definitely will. It'll be fine.
I hope they make it through the puke part because that was. Thank God you didn't bring this skin thing up to me in the beginning. We wouldn't have even recorded an episode.
No, you would have died.
I'm like, hey, check out this skin case, theme music, and we're done. That's exactly what this episode would have been.
It would have just been me going, Jeff, where'd you go, buddy? Where'd you go? Oh, and then end. Would have been real easy to edit, though.
That's true.
Well, it's been a pleasure, as always, speaking to you.
Oh, it goes without saying. Ditto, buddy.
I will talk to you next week. I love you.
See ya. Love you.
Bye.